What's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And today we are taking a look at another figure in the Masterverse wave for the Netflix show of Revelations. We are looking at He-Man himself. I don't know. Tried to go with a different tone there. Anyway, again, Revelations was a mixed bag for me. Some stuff I liked, some stuff I didn't like. The figure line, definitely something that I liked. These figures are great. They're awesome. Really good scale. They have a really good presence on the shelf or the play sets that you put them on. They just look fantastic. So anyway, let's dive straight on into the review of He-Man. Let me get rid of his accessories here, which are just his power sword and his shield, and we will look at those later on. I think he came with an extra hand. I'm not sure. But again, all my accessories for these guys are kind of put away in a box. And there's only certain accessories that I have access to, at least easy access to. So if he does have any extra hands, I'm sorry, I'm not going over those in this review. I'm just going over the figure itself and his shield and sword. So anyway, let's dive straight on in here with paint applications. Paint apps. He-Man sporting a very nice, Caucasian white, little bit of a tan color for his skin. Very nice blonde hair, as we know He-Man to have. In his face, we have very nice white eyes with blue, actually. A very nice, kind of light blue. Black pupils. Brown eyebrows. For his armor piece here, a very nice grayish silver mix with these kind of brick reddish highlights for the H and these studs up here. His braces on his arms are a nice brown with a yellowish gold, almost like a mustard color, really. Same thing for his brace over here on this one. It's kind of like a goldish yellow mustard color. Same thing for the belt here. Goes all the way around. Nice fur, brown fur loincloth with a little bit of black, mixed in there to give it some nice definition. Looks really good. Working down to the boots, you got more of that same darkish brown, but no really of the black, dry brushing, I think is what that's called, to go and define that. But still, they look good nonetheless. And then you have a very nice tannish light brown here for the boots itself and the straps and whatnot. And it just looks great. That does have a little bit of shading and whatnot all over the place to give it a little more definition. So overall, really solid on the paint apps. Really no bit of slop whatsoever. Maybe a little bit up here where the red on the armor pieces, but it's really, really minor. Moving on to detail. Detail. Look at all the waves in his blonde hair. Look at all those waves. Look at all the strands, Very nice detailing for the hair. The head sculpt is very nice. Not really a battle prepared He-Man or anything like that. I would have preferred if this figure did come with maybe some a different head sculpt that was a little more fierce and maybe angry looking. But we just get pretty much a straight He-Man, kind of just lightly smiling face. All the muscle detail in the neck down to his pecs, abs, biceps, forearms is all there. Again, that's what Masters of the Universe is known for. Big muscle man in your face, and his hand just popped out of socket. Jeez. But that's easy enough to just shove right back in there. And now we're good to go. That is really loose though. I'm just wiggling it and it's already coming out again. So that I did not notice. I don't mess with these guys a lot. I pretty much pose them how I want them and I leave them there. Very good muscle detail though all the way around on this guy. Even got his belly button in there. All the H and the studs and everything on his upper chest armor piece, very nicely done. Got all the armor here on the forearm piece, and then his brace over here. You got the studs nicely sculpted into the mold. Got the studs down here on the belt that go all the way around. Again, all the fur in the loincloth, very barbarian, very He-Man like. It just looks great. Again, all the muscle detail in the legs. Moving down to the boots, you got the fur at the top of the boots. Again, looks really good. You see all the lines and the waves, just look great. Boots, all the straps nicely sculpted into the mold, look great. Very decent boots, I must say. Overall, just a solid figure as far as detail and paint. Moving on to articulation. Of course, He-Man can look up, he can look down, he can look left, right. You can kind of get a little bit of tilt action out of the head, not really. You can push his head like forward, and then you can like straighten it up and push it like backward. You can rotate his head 360 if you want. Nothing really hinders that. Moving on to the arms here at the shoulders, you can kick them out, you can kick them down, and of course they also rotate as well, and then you can swing them forward and backward. He does have a bicep swivel, so you do get a nice bicep swivel there. Double jointed elbows. The armor piece does kind of get in the way, but not much. You can easily kind of just push it up a little bit like so and get a little bit more bend out of the elbows, but still nice range of movement with the elbows. Again, you don't really get too much out of this hinge here. You get more of it out of this hinge, at least on mine. Hands, you can rotate, although it will get in the way. This arm brace will get in the way of this hand, but you can rotate them, and of course they can, you know, hinge also, so you get a little bit of movement out of those. He does have an ab crunch, just like Skeletor did. Again, I think the bodies for all the Masterverse figures for the males are all pretty much the same. So it's the exact same mold as Skeletor. So you get a lot of the same articulation, but you get a nice ab crunch. You can tilt side to side. Again, you can rotate ever so much, not a lot. Waist joint though is where you can get that top rotation very nicely. Legs, same thing. You can kick them forward, you can kick them backward. He-Man can do the Eternia splits. And then of course you do have that crease, you know, at the thigh, to where you can rotate that thigh however you see fit. Knees, double jointed, very nice bend like always. Kick backward, kick forward. Boot cut, does have a boot cut, so you can rotate those boots however you see fit. Feet on a hinge, you can tilt his feet down, you can tilt them somewhat upwards, and then of course you can rotate them for a pivot. So again, really good range of articulation on this guy. Let's get his armor here. And I didn't realize how loose that hand is on him till just now. I've had this figure for a while. I'm just now noticing that. Crazy. Kind of a little bit difficult to figure out how to stand and pose him. Again, I have this He-Man in shackles and chains on my classic Snake Mountain. That's where I have this He-Man. He's pretty much prisoner. So I don't really have him standing. I kind of have him more down in like a crouched on his knees, you know, position. Going over his accessories next, here is the power sword. Very nice power sword. Looks very good. Got a nice little blood groove in there for detail on both sides. Very nice shiny metallic silver for the blade itself, and then more of a matte silver down here for this part. And then you got like brown strapping for the handle, and then more of that matte silver for the very end. But very good detail. I like the way the curves are in the hilt guards. Looks really good. Again, you know, you can't really mess up the power sword in Masters of the Universe. It may change a little bit as far as looks, but it pretty much keeps that same style throughout the years. And it just looks great. Shield, nothing crazy. Matte silver all the way around pretty much, even for the straps. You know, I probably would have been a little bit nice if they would have painted these like brown, just to give them that little bit of difference. But brown straps for, you know, the shield would have been nice, but they're just all that matte silver. And then you just have some orange in the sections there. And then, of course, you got all the studs and everything that look nice. So, decent shield. You know, not my favorite shield for sure, but it's a decent shield for He-Man here. And don't go over scaling with these guys, but again, he will fit in well with anything from classics. He'll fit in well with anything from the Masterverse line. And that just about does it. So let me get him all suited up here with everything. Fit this shield over his hand here. There we go. And there we are. So He-Man is ready to go in the battle and battle the forces of evil to protect Castle Grayskull. He-Man. Anyway, you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Really hope you enjoyed my review on the Masterverse He-Man from the Netflix show Revelation. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Atomic blast that notification bell. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook. And don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Instagram as well. And don't forget to stay tuned to my weekly episodes of Kaiju Chill O'Clock that I do live. Sitting down with you guys every week, answering questions, just having a good, fun time. So anyway, you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.